Hey guys, so I'm going to quickly run through you today how I got on hormones and how you can do it too. So a little backstory is I was on the NHS waiting list for a long time. So okay, the reality is 4 years ago I went to the NHS to talk about my issues and me feeling a type of way. I didn't come out as trans until 3 years ago, but I went to the NHS 4 years ago and they put me on the waiting list to be seen by a specialist. So I went 4 years ago, but I fully came out as trans 3 years ago. And the period of time was very short. There wasn't a whole year in between. It was just like 2017. Hold on. 2018 versus 2019. No. 2018, 2017. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm special.
Oh my god! Wow!
So.
Nice.
I went 4 years ago. I got put on the waiting list. And essentially, 2 years ago was when the first time I was supposed to be put on hormones or been seen by a specialist. That didn't happen. Then another year passes, which I was supposed to be at the end of that year. Didn't happen. Didn't happen last year. Nothing's happened. Well, the year's only just started, but not even this year.
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
The way the NHS treats trans people is just kind of atrocious. Okay, voiceover Isabel here. I just paused the video just to say, I know I got in a lot on the NHS just for like the trans healthcare. I do want to acknowledge all the great things that they've done for everyone else, and I appreciate all the work they've done so far, especially during lockdown and COVID and everything. That much I do appreciate. I'm just upset, and I feel like I have the right to be upset considering everything I've been through and everything all the trans community has gone through in the UK regarding free healthcare and how that has been equated to trans healthcare not being up to par. So I'm going to continue with my rant, but just know I do acknowledge all the good work that they've done. I'm very happy with it, you know, everything that they've done outside of trans healthcare. However, the issue I'm addressing is that. So happy for all the good that they're doing, just focusing on my community and my experience as well as every other trans person's experience. So I'm going to continue now. And we do have free healthcare, but it's definitely not equal attention to their healthcare. It is what it is. So if you're like me and you get stressed and annoyed relying on people that don't have your best interests at heart, clearly, I had to go private.
Private, don't! Now what have I told you about?
Now, for some people this isn't an option, but for those who it is, I'm just here to try and make it more simple. So what I ended up finding, thanks to a dear friend who, I won't say her name just because I haven't asked, but if she does mention anything and she wants to be mentioned, I'll put her name in the description. So I am here to share with everyone else now, and hopefully I can help someone else. So the place I went with is called Gender GP. It will be listed below. It's a relatively cheap private hormone place, and you don't have to travel, thankfully, because the big thing was travel before. So you don't have to travel, all the things online. What you do is you go to the website, again it will be linked below, or if you can search Gender GP in any social media, they have all social media platforms and the website is in all of their social medias. So if you go to Gender GP,
Nice.
then you have to go to the health centre, scroll further down, become a patient. Then this is where the questionnaire comes in. It's a quite in-depth questionnaire. You have to answer honestly, so you know they know you're trans.
Excuse me?
Okay.
So become a patient, fill out the pathway questionnaire, which is quite long, and then at the end of that you need to set up a IGS information gathering session with someone, which is quite pricey, probably the most pricey thing in this whole private thing. I believe it's just under 300, I believe. Or if you need help, I think it costs more too, like if you need help filling out the form. But that is the questionnaire with the IGS. The IGS, there will be a personal gender specialist who will talk to you about life, ask you a few more in-depth questions, get the gist and the feel of, you know, you. If you get the go-ahead, they send their forms off to like specialists, like pharmacists and stuff. And then if you get the all clear, you have to pay for their gender GP health monitoring, I believe it's called. So it's £30 a month. They keep an eye on you, they make sure you're safe, that everything's going well and, you know, smoothly. So that's £30 a month. That will be subscription based. And then you have to pay for the hormones, which mine were £50, I believe. I'm on finasteride and estrogel. You buy them 3 months at a time, I believe. The price might be different for guys. I'm sure it is. Different hormones. Now, this for me happened over I want to say a month period. A lot of back and forth. You will need an ID, a form of ID, a few things. But they'll all be listed on the website, so if I can remember, I will add them in here, what you will need before you apply, so you can know what you need to go through with it. So that was my experience, and that is how you get there. Relatively, that's it. There might be bumps here and there, but that's, you know, the gist. I hope I have helped anyone in the tiniest way. I know that, I don't know how it is in the US, because I hear a lot of different experiences on different stories, but in the UK, the stories are relatively the same of the NHS suck, no offence.
This bitch!
I know they're going through a lot right now, but they don't really care about trans health.
Nice.
Gotta pass the negativity.
And I will kill you.
Private is relatively the only way you can get hormones. Say, if you come into yourself, you don't want to wait, well, what I waited 3+ years. You don't want to wait that when you know who you are. Especially if you're young. Like, I came out when I was 18? Yeah, well, I came out when I was 18, but I knew when I was 17. You know, I had to go 2 years knowing I was trans and not being able to transition, essentially. I did my other stuff, I did some stuff, but it was sucky because I couldn't rely on our free healthcare that's supposed to take care of us. So, private is the way.
Huh? Private, don't!
Child. Anyway, so.
I hope it makes it a bit easier, and I hope that you know that you are not alone when it comes to struggling with transition. I think this is going to be my last trans-related video for a while, just because I want to get this out there because it was hard for me, and I want to make it easier for someone else. Hopefully. I do plan on trying to do a makeup look next, a makeup tutorial that I can focus on and actually, you know, not have to talk about different things and go back between notes, so fingers crossed for that.
Told you about.
And I will see you in the next one. Thank you. I hope I helped. I hope I wasn't too confusing. Mwah.